example, Mamba played one Franco this season.
I like that.
Already.
I like Franco Bane and or Kaja Bane actually. You're not scared anymore of the Valentina, so you're okay.
Yeah, after how Ogwen played it yesterday. Oh.
Well, yeah, now you can claw if you're Onic. Because it's a sort of I call it a neutral hero where it does not counter anything, but it's also not countered by...
It keeps itself safe.
Exactly.
It's not minus on frames.
Yeah, there you go.
I like that.
You like that? You get it.
Yeah, I get it.
So, these two lineups, in my opinion, don't really interact as much. Lane to lane, though, you have that Phoveus winning over the Arlet. But that aside, it's really it's a game of tag. It's Chakno going, oh, we're gonna jump on, we're gonna bring the crew to.
And you know what? I actually like that kind of gameplay. Think about it. Like if everybody's mechanically skilled, that will look like a non-neutral game.
Makes look for a really good MLBB.
Exactly. I like it.
You like?
I like.
It's kind of keeping me on my toes, looking at the lineups and what could be the potential setups. Who could start the fights? But this is one last look at TNC and Onyx draft for this game. It's no surprise that we're seeing another fighter gold, but King Kong gets a hold of his Lancelot in this game. And time again, we've seen him really perform with this hero.
You know what? I'm excited to see some rendition of the world's longest BMI, because Kelra can go through the portal.
Actually, yeah.
And then, you know...
That's right.
Oh!
He can actually use... a shortcut
himself, yeah.
And then get back to the lane and farm.
That's ridiculous.
And then Benny goes in and just throws out the deadly catch.
One thing that we have not, that TNC quietly, snuck with this lineup is this Chip plus Lunox combo, which back in Season 14, when Chip was OP, and this was actually... We weren't able to see it in action in the actual game.
Welcome to Mobile Legends!
Through scrims because the chip can be open in scrims, but during MPL Season 14, the regular season, chip was always banned 100%, right? So before it was nerfed, Chip Lunox is actually a sure win combo.
Yeah.
What are the hotness?
Because even the chip and its new ultimate has that brief stun. And with whatever amount of time you're able to provide to a Lunox, especially a Lunox who's able to scale, is going to be crucial for him or her to actually burst down these heroes. So I think they're going to be able to manage things pretty well. But again, not much interactions for now.
Yeah. Because if you play the shortcut, you're technically on top of the target or the entire enemy team. So you don't expend so much of your mobility as the Lunox. That's why it's a nasty combo. And of course, you have a lot of Oko potential.
In comes Zyda, catches Kelra!
God.
First blood on the gold standard. Benny Cutie feeling himself. Look at that.
Oh my God.
He spit on that thing.
He just flickered in front of Kelra just like that.
Oh, that's me and RG.
Oh my God.
Take it from Leo.
You're gonna love that. You're gonna love that.
I like.
Rapid boots again for Super Prince. But that was such a great start for TNC. Kazaida again with the first blood.
A replay of what we saw yesterday when it was actually, it was Dominic with a solo kill onto his opponent in the gold lane.
Him.
Yeah, that's a straight up the Bane. It's just so strong when it comes to early game damage.
Yeah, Bane isn't even really a melee hero.
Exactly.
With his enhanced attacks, he's a mid-range hero. It's like a CC.
That's right, that's right.
And his life just keeps coming back. Like, you could say the same for the Lunos. Look at that.
Oh. Big rotation from Onic. Moving up top, King Kong stealing away that crab.
No.
Yeah. Chakno's holding this brush really well, though. Brusco will get to check it, however.
Okay, so here's the question, because I think my answer here is yes. Before I ask the question, do we consider Chip as a catch hero?
So yes.
Thank you for spoiling the answer.
Let's see. Chakno not at level 4 just yet. The Mount Shocker, the final slash. Take it out, Kirk. Friends with the covering fire, not enough.
Yeah.
Oh, down bottom though. Kelra throwing everything with the kitchen sink at Benny to clear the wave. Oh, here we go. The catch coming up. AOG disincentivizing the engagement King Kong with the Phantom Execution on out. TNC still holding their ground.
Oh, Benny Cutie's here too, though. He will be joining this
He
fight.
will be joining the fight.
But
Alright.
Oh, come on.
at least it doesn't break out right after the shortcut. Why not? Why not? I'm gonna go for why not. Oh, okay. We're back.
Oh, what?
What?
Huh.
So
Wow.
they didn't find the team fight after the
Okay.
shortcut was used.
Okay.
Onic just went for the objective.
Even more
I guess.
curious, King Kong took it without using a retribution. So, what was that? A false retreat into a turtle blitz?
Wow.
I think
All
to-
I can say is wow.
Yeah, I think to be.
Uh,
Yeah.
it's as if Wolf's backward question wasn't enough to confuse me.
Wow, okay. Today is Christopher Nolan Day, apparently. We are going to keep on guessing.
I love his music.
I think to be
Have you seen
fair.
Wolf of Wall Street?
What is going on?
I like his older stuff.
Okay.
Okay. But still not that much of a lead in TNC's hands. Onic did take the first objective, so that's that. But we haven't seen a successful shortcut from Chaknu just yet. Every single time Onic are just able to avoid it and fight back.
And it's literally just Onic neutralizing the attempts from TNC by surviving,
Yeah.
utilizing Brusco's ultimate to get out.
Yeah.
And apparently that is all they needed to re-establish their control of the map. Lancelot is lead. No, it's not actually leading, but at least is even up.
This is dirty. You see how Kelra learned so quickly from his losses?
Okay.
He smelt something was afoot, and I think there was a Mount Shocker used by Zaida, so he hid behind the turret. Like, nope, not happening again.
Yeah. You
I
cannot
know you
afford
too
it.
well. I've seen this movie before.
Nice try, Justin.
That's right, Justin.
I see you and Benedict.
The first time was too much. But at least now Chaknu gets to prepare for this potential objective. Although again, they really have to take note of the AOG. The AOG could be that go-to answer for
Wow.
Onic. Wait,
Holy Crystal only. No boots? Well, I mean, technically speaking, he will not need it because with the shortcut pops, he's in
there.
the middle of the fight anyways. He has a flicker, so... Okay, yep. Holy Crystal, don't try this at home, boys.
It shouldn't be much of a problem, because all the Bane needs to do is farm up a little gold to get the Arcane Boots, and he's good. That's a low cost, and
no contest.
nothing much. Is this a conscious effort from TNC? Did they make this call to just, don't contest?
But there were no trades on any other side of the map. Because even Zaida, it wasn't necessarily a farm, or he wasn't necessarily farming on Onic's side.
I have no answer, everyone. I think that TNC's just... Are they shell-shocked after that pause? Because it kind of felt like they've lost all of their playmaking, faculties.
Yeah.
After that play, because they are playing so passively. From a team that actually led in the early game by a substantial amount, it would have been disastrous for Onic if TNT just bullied them out of this game, but the Onic have recovered.
Whoop, there's a Mount Shocker. TNC knows there's 4 members here. Chaknu comes through the Y walk, jumps in, sets up a shortcut. Where is it?
Now it's a flicker.
Yeah,
He just flickered in and then nothing came out.
he couldn't press it at all.
TNC is making odd decisions in the first 5 minutes of this game. Brusco gets the taunt on a 3-mar.
What a dodge.
Oh, there's nothing on it, but hey, this was all for that split push.
Yeah.
Zaida gets the top lane tier 1.
Oh, they have trapped
Bottom
Benny.
though, that is the blazing duet. Benny flickers into his own death. Kirk was waiting for him on the other side. Kelra gets his comeuppance.
Hey.
In goes another fight. The AOG, Brusco in the middle of it all. Chaknu very low. Super Prince with a free feathered airstrike in the safety of that brush. Nothing so far. Finally a trade for Kelra. 3-mar finds his head. And still a beneficial trade for the Super Fam.
What a fight for Onic Philippines. First, that trap that was laid out, Benny Cutie was just surrounded. No one to help him out. Onic immediately eliminates the Bane. They recall to his face, and when the chip went there for the team fight, Onic was just so free. Farsa from the backline. Super Prince did not have any contention. He played this whole combo of the feathered airstrike.
Yeah.
Launching down the members of TNC, and now Onic Philippines have the lead.
And I'm still thinking if Chaknu knew that there were 3 members of Onic in that brush. Because he flickered in a bit too confidently.
he obviously knew because there were the Onic actually planted themselves in that spot. They just killed the Bane a few seconds before that fight happened.
So we are seemingly seeing
Goodness.
a sequence of questionable or weird
Very
decisions.
questionable.
Chakno trying to sidestep him.
Oh, what a dodge again.
Gets out of there with
Oh,
a
wow,
Y walk.
okay.
Goes to the other side. Still concedes that
Okay.
turret to Onic.
Okay.
The TNC are moving around.
no.
Weird. Lancey gets caught, forced to use that brilliance. And a push by Benny down bottom.
Okay.
Oh man, the dodges from Onic Philippines. Everybody's just trying to outplay their opponents. Like, how about that flicker coming out from Super Prince? Super quick.
Yeah, it feels like TNT is running out of gas. All of their attempts to look for targets, to look for mini stuns or setups, massive setups are not working. Not even 3Mar, who we know to be very consistent. Oh, Chakno flickering
Chakno
it.
flickers forward, presses a
man.
shortcut, but at the point of his engagement. Speaking of engagement, here comes Brusco, finds the Mamba, plus the
Kella.
blazing duet. Yeah! K and K are back, baby. 3 free kills for Onic.
Oh, Benny just cleared the
Oh,
wave
you're
in
surrounded
mid.
again.
Benny!
Surrounded again.
Not my boy, not the Bane. 4 free kills for Onic.
I cannot with the recalls.
Oh, Zaida stealing away a purple buff, the only thing that he can do for the trade, as the rest of his teammates being pummeled by Onic Philippines. Brigida, you were talking about TNC running out of gas. I think they never run out of gas. I think they just didn't fire the cylinder.
Uh-oh.
Oh, now it's clear that Onyx in the lead, a 5k gold lead. All that TNC's has been doing was just looking for trades, was relying on Benny and Zaida. And this is not the TNC we know from game number 1. TNC, they kept looking for team fights, but this is the complete opposite.
You know what? I just think they're spending too much time looking and they're not actually engaging, or the ones that they find aren't the best decisions to get. So they've wasted the better part of the 10-minute game so far.
100%. Again, they have all the fuel they needed, especially after getting the kill onto Kelra. A good early game for TNC, but they never stepped on that gas pedal and never really utilized everything they have. Now they're in big trouble.
Might be a free kill.
It is.
Didn't even bother to press a shortcut. Moments of indecision like that, you can't show those signs of weakness to a team like Onic.
Yep, and that's a chip with a fleeting time first item. So it goes to explain why we get to see him being sort of a frail target for Onic, and it's no doubt one of the easiest things to do for Onic at this point.
Looking really bad for TNC, and I think that this is not the draft's fault. This is not the player's fault. I think this is overall a team fault where they're just not fighting. And the complete reverse, there's Onic. Even after trailing behind, they just blitzed the turtle. They kept on getting the important kills, as well as the important farm on King Kong as well.
Okay, glass half full moment here for TNC. They have really good wave clear.
Yeah.
They
That's
can
also
defend
true.
in their base and hold the high ground for a good 20 days. Like, they're fine.
Yeah.
They can keep this going, but big question still, WHY. Why do you keep on engaging on weird angles, and what are you looking for?
Yeah, at this point, TNC, I'm really feeling like the best way to go is to prolong and rely on that wave clear, because eventually there are just so many macro plays you can do. But hold on!
The AOG, the veteran airstrike, everything but the kitchen sink. They respond with a deadly catch. Brusco gets popped by Bene. Kark falls down as well, and none fall for TNC.
It's not just the wave clear, the damage output's pretty reliable too. Chakno chasing after
The
Kelra.
Mamba going hunting, forcing a BMI out of Kelra. The gold standard skedaddles.
And Chakno did not have the flicker or missed it the first time. That's why Onic Philippines felt that they can back down. And the biggest thing about that for TNC is that they did not lose their inhibitor turret. Fortunately for Onic, they have amassed enough lead so that meltdown will not actually affect their economy that much. In fact, King Kong got out alive as well as Kelra, so they're fine. Only the 2 members of Onic Philippines that have the license to die have died in that team fight. So it's-
In comes King Kong, uses their retribution.
God.
Finding a kill out of
Oh my
Bene! They trade though! They trade! 1 for 1!
Oh, the timing of the deadly catch!
What a deadly catch, but what a final slash as well from 3Mar, canceling the Phantom Slash. That would have been the killer, the initial killer for Benny Cutie. And by the way, my goodness, that skill to coming out from the Bane,
Yep.
who's
Yep.
already half HP, and then we want to fold just by popping one skill? Come on.
That's the ale.
That's the ale. That should not be allowed.
That's his baba. His little juice box.
The amount of sustain on this Bane. But at least now we get to see TNC get out of their base,
Oh,
put themselves a bit more further in the map.
a little sneaky steal. Chaknu here, spotted by Brusco.
Yeah.
Not gonna engage, not a good angle for TNC. This I agree with. You know, these kinds of engagements,
Yeah.
I would let them play footsies, but
Yeah.
for the first 10 minutes, there were a lot of lost opportunities.
TNC have sliced the deficit back to just 3,300 gold. It's still a pretty good deficit for, pretty bad deficit, I mean, for TNC to work with.
Good
But
advantage for Onic.
Yeah.
Good advantage for Onic. At the same time, though, you're looking at Kelra with 9.5 thousand already up with the Trinity and this Winter Crown, which will be used later on, so that his Blazing Duet will not be cancelled by a Deadly Catch that
Yeah.
could be preemptively popped by Bandicuting. What he can do is just to barge in, pop the Blazing Duet, and then pop the Winter Crown before he gets knocked up by the Deadly Catch.
Yeah, Benny Cutie's up top though. And now they're
Chakno
gonna
with the
know.
conceal.
Mountain Shocker starting up, the flicker on a Super Prince, a shortcut, called in, here comes the cavalry, and by that, I mean the Phoenix Army! Brrr, yeah, the answer, Chaknu falls, and they're still trading, down goes Betty! That may have been it! Way too many! TNC has lost, 3 for none, Onic rolling on them.
It was clear who Chaknu wanted, but Super Frizz was just too quick to react.
He wasn't having any of it. Onic are now inside the base. They take down that mid lane inhibitor. It may be too late for TNC to crawl back into a position of power. They can defend, yes, but the damage has been done.
A wise woman named Ice once said timing is everything. And Chakno unfortunately did not time the ultimate properly because King Kong was already bursting down the Lord. And had it been that TNC were faster, a little bit faster, Zaida would have been there to contest, but it won.
Oh,
Feathered airstrike by Super Prince, chopping Zaida down to a quarter of his health. The Lord takes down that top lane inhibitor. 2 lanes, 2 arteries bleeding straight for TNC. Their base exposed. They do take care of the Lord, but Onic are still looking at a 7,000 gold lead.
yep. TNC couldn't force any fights. Final Slash was already used previously, and at least for them, Kirk also didn't have the flicker. There was no way he could
Whoa!
go in with a Dark Wave.
Dangerous grass.
That's a feint.
Oh, no.
That's a feint right there.
Ooh.
Onic knows what's up. Onic knows there is a Mamba in their midst.
Yep.
Oh, man. Dangerous grass would have been really good for the chip. But Kelra, always a really good Claude and Marksman player. Always looking for angles to look for, utilizing the Art of Thievery
He
to check
knows.
the extra bushes that we have.
Oh,
here.
look at the patience. Chaknu served up on a silver platter. Super Prince finds him, forced out the Winter Crown. In comes the rest of them, and King Kong taking care of business. Brrr, yeah, Kelra with a blazing duet. Taken down 3 more real quick, but Chaknu does survive. Still a painful loss for TNC despite all the setup.
Yep, they tried. They really wanted to go for Super Prince. And who would have thought that Super Prince 2 had a Winter Crown? Because everything seemed to be going so well for TNC. Fortunately for them, the Blazing Duet also wasn't committed around these members near the base. And just 3 more, but it looked really tough for them. There's no easy engage for TNC at this point.
But to be fair for TNC, despite them struggling in the entirety of the mid game, right now struggling again, 6.7 thousand gold in for Onic, and they don't have their inhibitor turrets. I wouldn't say that they don't have a shot. They still have that magical defense that they have. I mean, not actual magic defense, but magical ways of clearing the waves. With his Bane, with his Lunox, Eason Shin as well can split push.
Yeah.
They can also go for the dangerous grass play.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
They're too far out, but Chakno is the key here.
What's the
But
plan?
the burst down on the Lord is too quick. Chakno again, timing is not gonna be in his favor.
Okay.
No.
Oh, wait, is this a bait? AOG committed by Brusco. Chaknu buying time. Chaknu reverting, turning around, looking for that shortcut. Sends in a couple of people. Mount Sharker at the tail end. Thorn rolls out of King Kong. Super Prince with a better airstrike. Kirk in the front line. Jumping inside against Immortality Pop. And there's a yeah from Kelra. Down goes Kirk. Chakno gets a freeze. King Kong falls. TNC are clapping back. Brusco with a conceal. Retreating back. 2 for none. TNC find a turn.
They actually survived that. None of them went down. And now they're able to defend this Lord, all the while they took out 2 members from Onic.
Oh my goodness, and they can defend for sure. Smartly, TNC will not overextend their hand in the bottom lane. They have taken out 2 members of Onic masterfully well. With Chakno just baiting out the members of Onic, and Onic were indecisive. They really thought about like re-engaging after missing the AOG, and they whiffed so badly that TNC were able to take them apart. This Lord Blitz coming out from Onic was really good, but it did not work in their favor because Chakno was playing mind games.
Yeah, and I just have to say they were so close to taking out Zyda. But Zyda had a quick buy of an Immortality too.
That's right.
So he was able to just keep repositioning, getting back HP. And just when we thought that they were going to pursue that base turret up top, they just decided to join. And now TNC is the one winning the team fight.
Yeah.
So they just had to wait.
This is looking to be a close game after a very one-sided game for Onic.
Yeah.
And TNC, I still feel like they have to play decisively, and they should be the ones to be in charge of the team fights. They should be the ones starting the team fights. They should be the ones looking for a good angle, and they have been doing so in the past 2 minutes. But if they repeat what they did in the early game, being very passive, being indecisive, I mean, it will not work well for them.
Oh, Divine Glaive pickup for Super Prince. Lancy too, already complete in his item builds, but Onic are really holding this brush. So they will be waiting a bit longer, especially possibly for the upcoming objective. By the way, I hope you scan the QR code. You get a chance to win 1,000 diamonds right there. But these are the items we're looking at right now.
Twilight armor coming out from the Phoveus that allow him to be way tankier for front lines. I think you can pick up the Winter Crown if you're Kirk. In fact, any of the members here of Onic can pick up the Winter Crown eventually. But we are at the point where it's almost equalized. If we get to the 23-minute mark, it's literally equalized. But I think right now we can say that this gold lead that Onic has held for quite a long time now, which has been, you know, it's literally nothing right now.
Gone.
It's gone in the wind.
Exterminated.
Yeah. At least they can just keep managing the waves. They can rely on Chakno to catch up to the fight.
This is a good tempo for Chakno.
Here we go. The shortcut called in. 3 Marzaida come through. The Mount Shocker put on the Brusco. King Kong forced a dash out. The brilliance from Lancy might not have been the engagement they were looking for. Chakno had to spend his flicker to get there.
That looked to be a really good timing for TNC, honestly, but the execution was a little bit weird. Lancy as well as Lancy overall did not come with the chip, and when he popped the brilliance, it's like he did nothing.
Yeah. Keller just BMI'd out.
Penny cutie.
This is a good window of opportunity for on TNC because Keller has no purify. Chakno though! Madagan burst, drops that shortcut through. In comes a brilliance from Lancy, dashing on out, forcing a feathered airstrike. Back lane, Benny Cutie already used the deadly catch and he's in trouble. Gets popped. A moment of weakness. Lancy falls as well. It's gone sideways for TNC.
Yep, they have to retreat now. They lost Benny, they lost Lancy. 2 major heroes who could deliver the damage and defense.
Benny Cutie, although it looked like a whiff from him, I would say that that was an actually good, nice play coming out from the Bane, but King Kong just popped the Thorn Rose to dodge the entire deadly catch, punishing Benny Cutie, and now both the wave clear of TNC are out.
Yeah. This is going to be hard. No base turrets left.
Oh no. Mount Shocker by Zyda. Kirk, the front liner jumping in. Brusco still has a AOG off cooldown. Waves are crashing in. TNC, they need maybe 6 or 7 more seconds for their 2 mages to come through. The shortcut. Kelra use the blazing duet. The waves are in range. In comes Benny. I think they're out of this. I think they're good. And in comes 3 Mar, taking down Kelra. The Lord escorting these waves. 3 Mar dashing through. Kirk very low. Feather airstrike covering fire from Super Prince. 3mar gets his immortality pop, gets his bell rung, gets taken out 1 for 1. They're still inside the base. AOG from Brusco takes a lot of damage. The base still getting hit here. They're getting pushed out. The Lord is going to take care of. The deadly catch clears it.
Oh my
TNC
goodness.
still in the game.
They still get to defend, even when things look like it was so close to Onic ending the game.
Oh my god.
Defense of a lifetime for TNC.
Yeah, and 3mar, he definitely was the sacrifice in that scenario. But he killed Kelra.
They had to wait for so much time for Benecutie as well as Lancy to respawn. Unfortunately for TNC, the Lord marched way too late as Onic have failed the attempt on the push. Kelra dying, Chakno already prepared for a potential shortcut play. But you gotta be careful, Onic. It's... whatever we're seeing right now is not gonna reflect how good the early game was for Onic.
Yep.
What I can say is they have done well to take care of their side of the map. Because look at that tier 1 in mid.
Oh, yeah.
It's still standing there like rock hearts in seasons 1.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's still there.
It's still there.
24 minutes in.
They do not.
16 seasons.
Yep.
7 years.
7? Is it 7? Oh, yeah.
It is. Together with
Wolf
Coach
would know.
Hayes.
Wolf would know.
Coach Hayes would know.
And few.
And few.
Wow. 7. But TNC, they have to find that perfect team fight.
Hey, you know what? Can I just take us back the moment before the game started when you said that this could be a fight where, because of how mid-range it is for both teams, it's gonna be just a mechanics battle.
Yeah.
And
Whoa, wait.
we are
wait,
happy
wait,
to
wait.
see this.
That might be
What's
it.
the plan here? Are they just going to try and delay the retreat? Because look, there's a split push down bottom. It's Chaknu and Zaida.
Nobody should keep it back.
3mar delaying it, forcing a freeze. And a blazing duet from Kelra. Brusco did make it back. Chaknu teleports through, forcing a response. Look at me, Mountain Shocker. Gets a shortcut, and in comes 3mar. Oh, they're not fully committing to this just yet. Final slash, no one home. And that wave that they left on bottom will get a push. TNC, they might lose an inhibitor, and the Mountain Shocker on King Kong. King Kong lives. And Onic save that inhibitor, calling that Lord in mid.
Oh, let's see. Forced to use the flicker, almost baiting out King Kong and almost actually successful with that play. But now this is tricky. Chakno does not have the ultimate. Will probably have it soon on this defense. Lord matching in forward. Immortality is up on almost all of the members of Onic. And only onto Chakno. 3mar with a good angle.
Yeah.
Oh.
Gotta be
He
careful.
does come from there, calls in the shortcut, plus a final slash. Kelra, defensive, blazing duet, back, feather airstrike from Super Frizz, but it's out of range. AOG,
Oh my
taking down
God!
Laxi. Chaknu falls as well. Where's the damage coming in from TNC? Onic wiping him out slowly, one by one.